Wow. Did you see the end of Agent Carter in tonight's episode? Welcome, guys, to the season finale of Agent Carter, Valediction. Gotta say, it was a good run. It was a good run for the first season. Hopefully, we do get a second season. I really liked the show. I really liked Peggy. I like Peggy Carter. I liked her in Captain America: The First Avenger. I liked her in a one shot. She's a very good, independent, strong female character. And I really think the show really worked. You know, it did have its goofy moments. It did have its, okay, the special effects too. I mean, it's a TV show and it's on ABC. What can you do? And of course, the blood and the gore, the action stuff. But overall, I mean, I think they handled the show very well. I think the story was really well done. I mean, it got to where it needed to be. It always kept me engaged, always kept me interested. There was some twist in there that I didn't see coming. So I really liked the show. I really enjoyed it, and I hope they make season 2. But let's get right into the episode. I'm assuming this is a spoiler review, so I'm assuming you saw the episode, and these are just my thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts down below. And what we got from this tonight's episode was really good. It was really solid. I really enjoyed it. It definitely wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, oomph to it, a little bit more action. It's a shame that this was the last episode. I was like, it just seems like there would be more episodes after this, but this is what we got. Daniel, of course, investigating the aftermath of that tear gas that makes everybody pretty much fight each other. If you saw the Kingsman, you know exactly what I mean. So, Daniel, if he didn't have a bum leg, he would take Thompson out. But, of course, he has that bum leg. He's got sprayed by that tear gas because he's handling it wrong. You got to be careful, Daniel. Right, Daniel? Yes, right, Daniel. So, basically, he got sprayed. They pretty much strap him down. He has a little moment with Peggy. That has to be her husband. I mean, I think we're all thinking of it. That has to be her future husband, Daniel. They seem like a nice fit as well. I mean, Daniel has, since day one, treated Peggy with respect. And he really does tend to like her. And then, of course, we have that smile at the very end of the episode. But I'll get in ahead. I also did, Howard Stark coming back. What a breath of fresh air. I would love to see Howard Stark more involved in the show, maybe in the second season. I think he's not, the actor who's playing him, I want a little bit more, better of acting job, but it's good enough where I like the chemistry between Howard, Peggy, Howard doing his little, you see where Robert Downey Jr. gets it, lady man, smarts, but also idiocity. Did you think, Howard Stark should have thought, he built these weapons, of course they're going to be going to the wrong hands of the wrong people, using his inventions, his weaponry for bad other than good. And then that's exactly what happened to Tony in the first Iron Man film. So, you saw pretty much one generation to the next generation, or one father to son, basically creating the same damn mistake and trying to fix it. And Howard does come back into the SSR and says, here I am, I'm not running, I'm trying to fix this, let me help you. You want this guy, you want this Chekhov or whatever his name is, and the Russian spy Dottie, then guess what? Use me as bait, because I know their whole heart, that guy, Chekos is harboring a grudge against me, so let me be the bait. And of course Howard's going to be, and Jarvis is just like, I love Jarvis. I think Jarvis was definitely a great addition to the series. I really thought he really brought a lot of comedic talents to this, comedic moments. So I really like Jarvis in the whole series. But yeah, so Howard offers himself. They do the things. I love how he basically, I need makeup. I don't want the light to get in my face. And when he's on the microphone, he's like, make sure you put brilliant, scientist in the world, or a brilliant mind. This guy, he's just pretty much, upping himself up, telling Thompson to, come on, say all the good stuff about me. I thought that was a funny moment. I knew exactly that, that was when that shot was fired, and I knew it was going to be shot in the windowsill. I was thinking Dark Knight for some reason, but I knew that was just pretty much a distraction to get Howard Stark, and that's exactly what happened. They, Dottie and Chekos steal Howard Stark, and it is a grudge. And what's crazy about the grudge that Chekos has with Howard Stark, even though they were about to leave on that airplane, he hears it. That Howard is back in town on the radio, and he has to get Howard. I guess everything has come to this is to get Howard. And of course, Chekhov is not his real name. I forgot what his real name was, but I guess it's actually a villain, one of Captain America's comic book villains that Peggy and Captain go against when Peggy's older. So, I guess he was one of the villains, so that's crazy. I don't know too much of the Captain America comic book storyline, but let's move on. Basically, yeah. So that grudge, I guess he was involved with Howard's invention going wrong and completely killing the whole city because Chekhov's like, "Oh, were you there? You saw the aftermath. I was there during it. I had a gas mask, and this is how I survived." My brother, everybody clawing them, just like zombies, just swarming on them. So you understand Chekhov really, being pissed at Howard and really wanting revenge, and his revenge was to pretty much take out the city, have Howard in, of course, a hallucination and hypnosis, make him think that he's going to go get Captain America. He's found Captain America. So I like that whole bit, how they tied in, Captain America at the very end. I liked how pretty much Daniel, Thomas, and Agent Carter went after, found out where they were going to be, went after them. I love the fight with Carter and Dottie. Dottie, you can't take Dottie lightly. Oh, I also love the scene with I thought it was super funny when Howard was strapped on a chair and he's like, "Oh, your name's Claire, right?" Like, before that, they're in the car and Dottie was pretty much saying, "I was with you, remember?" And it was like, it shows 6 months before that he was with Dottie and he was like making the moves and stuff. He was pretty much going to make sweet love to her, and he did. And then 6 years later, and they meet again in the freaking hotel. But other than that, was that the same girl? I think it was the same one. And then after that, he doesn't remember her freaking name. He doesn't remember who she is. So that's Howard's pretty damn funny. But anyway, yeah, I thought the fight was really well done. I thought when Agent Carter or Peggy kicked her out of the windshield, I thought that was great. I thought it did. I thought that was great. It was sudden. It was definitely sudden. And I was like, oh wow, that's how Dottie got taken out. I did like how she just freaking went into the the window, and went straight down like blah. But I knew she wasn't dead. I think everybody, whoever thought she was dead, well, maybe. You can see why you think she's dead. You think this is only going to last one season. But yeah, I knew she wasn't dead, and of course she's not dead. I did like how Jarvis was definitely got something to do, was going to fly the plane. And if Carter wasn't going to be able to get, Howard out of that hallucination, Jarvis would have to shoot down the plane, while Daniel and Thomas were looking for Chekhov. So Jarvis going after Howard, you had that whole situation. You had Peggy, on the intercom fighting with Dottie, and then on the intercom trying to basically reason with Howard, snap him out of it. I did like Daniel and Thomas going against Chekhov. I did like how Daniel faked them out basically, and just like boom, hits him right in the face. Chekhov goes down. I like that teamwork. Also loved how they tied in with Captain America and pretty much Peggy, saying he's gone, we got to move on. It's pretty much her telling herself that she has to move on from the Cap as well. So, Jarvis is about to shoot down Howard and says, he would want me to do this. And Peggy pretty much saying, hey, down to the last wire, and Howard snaps out of it. So that was a great little intense moment as well. So yeah, Peggy pretty much snaps Howard out of it. Howard comes back with Jarvis. They get Chekhov. They send his ass to jail. And I thought, that's pretty much the end of it. Then you saw, Peggy throwing Steve Rogers' freaking blood over the bridge, and that's the ending shot. I mean, come on, Peggy. Or are you going to really carry Steve's blood all around? That's just creepy, man. That's just creepy. And then we see the very end. Oh, what a nice cameo by Zola. And Zola is pretty much, I know who you are. And then we know exactly where Zola ends up in Captain America Winter Soldier if you've seen the film. So, great cameo. I really enjoyed that cameo. A little bit longer than I expected. I wouldn't even call that a cameo. I guess it was a scene. But yeah, it was great. It was great. This episode was great. A lot of the fighting at the end was great. The use of Jarvis was good. Even though Jarvis let Howard be taken. Dottie, I like Dottie. I think she's a cool villain. I think she's a good assassin. That little Black Widow-esque going on there. Chekhov I didn't really care for, but you understood what he was going after Howard for, so that's great. He had a motivation. Peggy, it seemed like Peggy, even though this is a season finale, it didn't seem like it was all about Peggy in this episode. It was really about the whole team. I did like how Peggy pretty much, when Thompson was getting taken the credit, and he actually takes the credit for all this operation, Peggy says, I know the deal. I know what's going on. It's whatever. I know what I'm doing is right, and I know I don't need, people to tell me what I'm doing is right. What I'm doing is a great job. I just need to just do her job, and she knows what self-worth she is. And Daniel sees it as well. He wants to step up, and that's why he's pretty much asks her out on the date, but she has to meet a friend, which basically her and that one waitress chick get to live in Howard's little penthouse when Howard's not around, of course. So that's great. And, I love the dynamic between Jarvis and Peggy. I think they work great together. You can see Jarvis really just I don't want this to end. Like us, the audience, I don't want these two to, not do anything anymore, because it was a good, sidekick. Well, Jarvis is a good sidekick, pretty much. So, great episode. Great series. I think the series is well done. Is it a perfect series? No. If I had to rate basically the whole series in a whole, I would go 8 out of 10. I would. I think it's an 8 out of 10 kind of series. So, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for following me for Agent Carter until season 2, hopefully. And let me know your thoughts on just the overall series. I just really enjoyed the hell out of this series. I think it was really great. I think there were some good moments, especially dueling, man. That was a great way to go out. So, thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like, let me know. I'm out.